Hello, Ryan from DLV Roofing and Exteriors. This is Joel from JND SEO. I'm going to show you 3 ways to improve your site and to beat your competition online. And Ryan, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to actually make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you have any questions or want to hear more information, reach out. We can set up a quick 5-10 minute phone call. If not, no problem. I'm actually going to give you a bunch of tips in here, making it still worth your while to watch everything. And you guys can either apply them directly to your site yourself, or if you have someone that works on them, you could send it over to them as well. All right, so the 3 things we'll talk about today are content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing we're going to talk about is content. So I'm kind of on your page here, as you can see. And I want to see about how many words of content you guys have on your page. It looks like you probably have maybe about 200 to 300 words of content on there. And Google recommends having about 1,500 to 2,000 words. The reason they want so much is they want you to offer a lot of information out there. And if you do, they're going to rank you higher, which is going to help more people to actually find that information. I'm also going to show you Baker Roofing as an example. They're one of the top dogs in the area. But as we can see, they also do not have the amount of content on their page that it would be recommended either. So that's one way actually that if you increased your content, you would be ahead of them in one of the 3 categories we talk about. Ideally, if you got ahead of them in all 3 that we talk about today, you'd be able to pass them. But the other reason it is important to have a lot of content is that the more content you have, the more keywords we can put into that content. As an example, I just have roofing, Charleston, South Carolina here. And this is actually a really good search for bringing in new customers. It's also one that brings in a good amount of volume. So first thing a new customer would see would be these ads at the top of the screen here. And after that, they're going to find this map section. Top 3 companies are going to show up in this little preview window. And this is also called the GMB, or Google My Business. This section here, these are all based on citations. So it's going to lead us to our second topic, which is citations. And those are just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. You could also link it with your social media pages, and that would also count for citations. 2 big points with citations: make sure your information on those 3 things is all the same on every site. And number 2, make sure they're relevant sites, not things that are completely unrelated to what you guys do. Next up, we get to the organic section. You're going to get 10 results that show up on each page here. This is true with really any Google search that you do. And these all show up in reference to our keyword, roofing, Charleston, South Carolina, so we can rank them accordingly. Number 1 goes to Baker Roofing, which was our comparison site. 2 goes to charlestonroof.com. 3 goes to gaf.com, which is a directory. So what I want to do next is I took your website, dlvroofingcharleston.com, plugged it into a program I use called Eris. This just allows me to see kind of how your site is performing. First thing I do notice is that you guys have your headers up here. You've got your business name as well as some keywords. This is a good thing. It allows Google to actually find you a little bit easier. And then next we'll dive into our third topic, which is backlinks and referring domains. So right now you have 248 backlinks. You have 47 referring domains. Referring domains are just websites that you have links on. Those links are your backlinks. So there's 248 links on the 47 sites. When somebody clicks on one of these links, and it could be a button, it could be a picture as well, it doesn't have to be just a link, then it's going to redirect them back to your site, DLV Roofing Charleston. A good example is a Facebook business page. Your Facebook business page would be the referring domain, and then where you put the web address, that would be your backlink. When you click on that, it sends you back here. But the more sites in the referring domains that point back to your site, the higher your UR or trust goes for Google, and they'll rank you higher the more sites. These sites are vouching for you, telling them that you're a good site. So the higher this is, the more keywords you can be found for. And of the 41 keywords you guys currently are showing up for, you're bringing in about 22 visitors per month to your site. Let's take a quick look at your keywords and see where your visitors are coming from. First thing we see is your name, DLV Roofing, Charleston, South Carolina. 20 people do search it every month. You guys are in the top position, number 1. That's a good thing. So we talked about the top 10 results will be on the first page. So there's 10 results per page, we know that, so being in the top 10 is going to really get you those visitors. So being number 1, you can usually expect between 20 and 37%. You guys are getting 6 of the 20 right now to your actual site. Let's scroll down to Roofer, Charleston, South Carolina. 300 search this one. And you guys are 13 for this one. So that tells us you're on the top of the second page. And usually you don't get a ton of results here. You guys are getting almost 4 visitors to your site of the 300. The percentages do go down as you move down the list a little bit. And typically we found 80 to 85% of people don't go to page 2. So this is actually pretty good for being on page 2. And then we can see DLV as your last one. You're 15 getting 2.5. So I can tell you right now, all your visitors are pretty much coming from these top 4 where you have the traffic, because then this is a half of one, this is almost half. So you might get like 1 or 2 off these every other month, but most of them are coming from these top ones. But these are really good keywords. It would just be a matter of getting these ranked in the top 10 so that you can get more visitors from them and kind of capitalize on those. All right, so I'm going to quickly run over to Baker here. We have their headers as well, same thing, got their name as well as some keywords. They've got about 1,500 referring domains with about almost 19,000 links on those. And so they've got with all these sites pointing at them, they've got a 48 for a ranking for their trust. And that's going to give them almost 5,000, 4,900 keywords, and that's bringing almost 10,000 actual visitors to their site. So we can quickly click these. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in Charleston here because we want to see the more relevant ones. Baker's actually in a few states and lots of cities. So we got roofing companies in Charleston, South Carolina. There's 150 people who search us every month. They're number 1 for that one, so they're actually getting 50 visitors from the 150. And then we have roofing contractors, Charleston, South Carolina. So 80 people do search this every month. They're number 1, so they're going to get 28 of the 80. We could keep going, but you guys kind of see the point. They're actually number 1 for a lot of them, at least top 10 for many, and you can just see the amount of traffic that's coming to their site just from some of these Charleston ones. So it really starts to add up the more you have. Now that you guys do kind of have the info and you kind of see what Baker's doing, you really have 3 options with all this information. If you guys have any questions or want to hear more, you can definitely reach out to me. But the first option is, if you're not looking to do anything, you're happy with where you're at, not looking to grow, you don't have to do anything with it. If you guys are looking to grow your company, add more customers, and you have someone that works on this already for you, show them the video. Maybe it can help them out, give them some pointers, help you guys out. Number 3, if you guys don't have anyone you currently work with and you really do want to grow and add customers, let's set up a quick call. I'm going to follow up with you guys anyway just to ask what you thought of the video if you found it helpful. But I can answer any questions for you as well. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.